Alrighty, looks like we have a fairly reasonable hand here, so let's keep it. Good old Mountain Goblin Guide. Well, we have the bolt, at least. Otherwise, this hand isn't that fantastic. I was gonna say because of our mana issues, but drawing Mountain is actually quite nice there. And we'll just do it now since we would have otherwise had to discard. Although it might have been worth it to wait and just discard just to thin a land off the top, but I don't actually want to even discard any of these cards. Interesting. I think I'll just play Thing in the Ice and then pass, since I assume our life total is going to be relevant, so I don't want to just fire up this probe for no reason. This is really strange. Goblin Guide, Serum Visions? Those cards generally don't go together. Alright, 2 Faithless Looting. I think I'm going to start with Probe for life to see what's up. It's going to help us because I have no idea what's going on. Alright, Vapor Snag. So I was considering just flipping Thing in the Ice, but that becomes a lot less attractive now. Okay, so this is just like Bedlam Reveler, boing, with a fairly poor start. So we would like an Ascension. Oops, meant to cast this, but now that we click that, let's still just do this. Alright, there's an Ascension. So looting would trigger the Ascension and hopefully allow us to trigger it again. So I think we'll discard the Sacred Foundry and the Scalding Tarn. And we'll just play the Ascension. This is rough on our life total, and right, we couldn't actually search up Sacred Foundry because of that was Polluted Delta. So we're gonna need this to cast Lightning Helix. So our opponent still can't cast Bedlam Reveler. All they can really do is Vapor Snag this thing. The Thung, and now it was once a thing, now it's a Thung. Alright, so now let's start by getting a counter. So unfortunately we can't get another counter. Since we somehow have no redundancies in all of this, I think I want to get rid of the thing and the land just. And we'll see if we can't hit something useful. We did not. So how many cards do we have? 14, I guess it actually says. Sure, let's visions. This visions, not that visions. Okay. Well, that's good, except we can't cast the Helix. So we're still gonna keep it. Alright, Lava Spike and Reveler. So many Revelers. So I could play Thing first. Which might be stuck on chumping duty. Alright, snag. And a probe. So our Ascension's active. So right now we need White Source or Manamorphose for this Helix, and we need our opponent to not draw like Vapor Snag here, otherwise we'll just die. Alright, another Visions. Bottom this time. Alright, so we're surviving. That's step one. Step two. That's actually a great draw. It's going to activate our visions. Alright, so this puts us in range of dying, so it's not ideal. Ideally we want Metamorphose. Or to just win. Okay. So that seems like the win. Alright, nice. Well, it was a little awkward getting to that point, but it worked. I should have, if I was more familiar with the mana base, I think we would have been able to get a white source earlier, so I think that was the main issue of why that game didn't go smooth. Remand is good against Bedlam Reveler, but bad against everything else. Rest for the Weary is great. Thing in the Ice would probably want some amount of. And Spell seems good. Path is reasonable for the early creatures, or even Bedlam Reveler. So yeah, I wouldn't mind one Remand, I guess. Maybe the Gitaxian Probes can just leave, since they're going to be tough on our life total. Yeah, that seems good. Vapor Snag is really good against Thing in the Ice, which is why I'm not in love with it. Alright, we'll keep this. Although the hand does have issues. No early game interaction and a bunch of tapped lands, but I think we still keep. Weird. Alright, let's Visions. Alright, and we'll keep that. Yeah, it gets to see that our hand is trashy. This is gonna hurt. Maybe should have just mulliganed 4 lands. This, well, no land. So we could mill ourselves think we want that though. Especially since we're gonna get another look at what our top card is from Goblin Guide. Alright, the whole gang is here. I didn't expect this much aggression. Alright, lightning bolt is great. So we'll just draw that. So we're gonna probably thought scour ourselves, bolt the Goblin Guide. We might not thought scour ourselves though, depending on what's on top. We could just visions. Okay. We want to thought scour first because we might hit a bolt. Alright, there's visions. Alright. Wow. Yeah, this deck is super all in, which we did not realize from game one. So we want to be more interested in interacting. Alright, yeah, we want all our removal, all our walls, and then keep in all the ascensions. Alright, looks good. We have card draw, anger, paths. So, great against an early creature start. Opponent goes to 6. And we'll lead on Sacred Foundry so we can path next turn. We're not really in a hurry to draw cards since we have early answers. And we don't want to take damage from our lands. Okay, looting. We're gonna hold off on that for now. Because like I said, our hand has everything that we've ever wanted. This will be interesting if it's another one lander. Because we could not path here. If our opponent doesn't do anything, I think I want to thought scour first though. Unfortunately, I also don't want to take the 2 damage to set up the lands here. Alright, now I think I path. Because our opponent hasn't actually necessarily even missed a land drop this turn. They just haven't played a land yet. Alright, well they were going to miss a land drop. So it's unfortunate. Ooh. But this is even fine. I mean, our opponent beat us on one land last time, so... I don't think we want the Thought Scour, but we'll take the Helix. So Rest for the Weary is huge. We of course also need a land to turn on our West for the Weary and the Lightning Helix, but I am assuming we will get there. Top. Alright, in response we can path and mess up his scries. Another weirdo. It's kind of unfortunate. And by kind of, I mean very. Well, let's get rid of this and of Visions. We're at 13 cards in graveyard. So, I mean, we're close. We're close to Visions. And we have a healthy life total and a lot of life gain, but I'm still afraid. I'm still very fearful because this deck can do a lot of damage out of nowhere and refill with Bedlam Reveler. And we're stuck on 2 lands, two awkward lands. Bottom, top. I've seen just no lands in Infinite Cycle. Okay, finally some action. Fortunately, not great for our colors. Start with a Helix. Is this getting countered or mutagenic growth? Alright, Vapor Snag. Could be worse. So 16, 17, 18, 19. We also have faithless looting. So next turn we can Manamorphose, Rest, and Helix. Hello. Pyromancer's annoying. The Anger would have been good. Possibly better than the Helix. All right. So we'll get white and red. And just take out the Pyromancer. Lots of life. Alright, exactly 20 cards. And no Bedlam Reveler. So if we hit Anger, we win on the spot. And that's Anger. We went on the spot. Nice. Opponent's at 9 too. So Bedlam Reveler can actually still beat us. Bedlam Reveler into 3 lightning bolts. Boom. So I guess we'll just wait on this in case it is Bedlam Reveler. And also we're out of islands. Keep thinking this targets. Wow. Good thing we have faithless looting. Alright, we still don't really have much going on, but now 2 spells are lethal, any bolts or burn is lethal, we have explosives. This is worse than I expected it to be though. Alright, no Bedlam Reveler. Alright, bolt it is. 1, 2, 3. That's a nice stack. Nice looking stack. Got the fire and the ice, the lightning and the ice. It's weird that the red card is lightning. Lightning is yellow, not red. All right, there's the concession. We had to wait until the concession to make it official.